Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84, and just looking at a little guava here that needs some major rejuvenating somehow or other. This was sold to me originally as a red fleshed seedless guava. No way of knowing if that is the case. It appeared to have been a rooted cutting, I would say, not grown from seed. It was quite a tall plant, but obviously it's died back last winter. In fact, it died back, and it's in pretty poor health. Although it's putting a new shoot out, don't think it's very happy in the soil mix in. It's probably a little bit waterlogged. I think it's a little bit under potted, to be honest. Although it's a small plant, it was a much bigger plant. So I think, to be honest, I'm going to try and repot it, and I'm going to try it in my citrus mix. The mix I've been using for the citrus, slightly amended actually. It's basically 1 part perlite, 1 part John Innes number, I think it's number 2 I've got at the moment, because I've run out of John Innes number 3. 1 part moss peat, 1 part sharp sand, and I've also added 1 part grit, potting grit or horticultural grit to it to increase the drainage. I'm not saying that's the ideal mix for guavas. I don't think it would be, certainly not in the tropics, but I think it might work for the plant here. I'm just going to go slightly up in the pot size. I would imagine when I take this out the pot, it's going to have a very poor, non-existent root system, but I think I'd like to get it into a slightly bigger pot, so that when we do get some more warm dry weather, which we should have coming up fairly soon. Obviously we've had a very hot spell, and I did need to make sure I kept it, need to make sure this was kept watered so that it didn't die out from drying out too much. But that's a danger with small pots, they can overheat and dry out very easily. So as I said, my plan is to put this into a slightly bigger pot, not much bigger, and I'll try the slightly modified citrus mix and see if that works for it, because it's not going to do any good at this size, the plant. It would be nice to get it bigger and perhaps see flowers on it. Whether or not it's what it's purported to be, you never know. It was only bought from a supplier over here, I presume, and bought some rooted cuttings in from somewhere overseas, and there's no guarantee that what they've been sent is actually what they're supposed to have been sent, so we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, I thought that would interest people. That is allegedly a red fleshed seedless guava. Don't know if there is such a thing, certainly don't have a variety name, but I'll see if I can keep this alive and get it a bit bigger and healthier, and obviously we'll be able to see what happens between now and the end of summer if it does manage to pull through. Thanks for watching the video. Please give me a thumbs up, share it of course if you think anyone's interested. Please subscribe to my channel, and remember, you've got to click on the bell if you want to know when new videos come out. See you all soon. Brett out for now.